Hi, these comments are for DR. I am Michael from OTC, OnlineTOEFLCourse.com. How are you today? Thank you for doing you're taking advantage of a service I have right now. It's called the Free Writing Evaluation Service. And this will show you in a small scale the kind of feedback I will provide you if you enroll in my TOEFL Writing Bootcamp course. A lot of students, they don't know what's going wrong with their writing. They know their score is 20 or 22 out of 30, but they really don't know why. They don't know what they need to do to change their writing. So this is why you're doing this practice test right now. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at what you wrote here. So I think looking at the essay, I'm going to put you at about 3.5. I'm going to say 22 out of 30 points. I think that's probably pretty reasonable. And then the question is, what do you need to do in order to improve the writing? Now let's take a look at, if I grammar check it, I want to take a quick look at your sentence style, which seems to be pretty good. You seem to... you're using a lot of longer sentences, not just short sentences. Don't have a lot of grammar errors, as you can see. Okay, let's just get a general snapshot here. So your words per sentence are 18.6. Your grade level is 10.9. So you could probably try to increase that to about 12. I think grade level 12 is good because that assumes that you're college level with your writing. So I think improving your word length and your sentence length a little bit more, which means use a combination of both basic and advanced vocabulary and grammar. I think that'll be helpful. So try to get your words per sentence maybe to about 25 words per sentence. That's probably a pretty good average. Okay? Now let's take a look at it. I just used artificial intelligence to look at your essay to kind of diagnose it. And now let's look at it from a human perspective, right? I definitely agree with the statement, and I'll explain the main idea with some examples in the subsequent paragraphs. And then you have this, I have to admit that my opinion on this matter has been profoundly influenced by my own experience. So these two sentences tell me that you're copying. You're copying sentences from the internet. You are unfortunately not the first person to say these two sentences. So you probably got it from TOEFL resources, and many people are using exactly those templates, and they go and they take the TOEFL, and then the human raters, they're going to recognize those sentences. And then when you look at this, I have to admit that my opinion on this matter has been profoundly influenced by my own experience. I can replace all of that nonsense with two words. So there's really no need to say all of that when you can just say to illustrate, or you can say for instance, or you can say for example, right? So be careful that you're not using or putting sentences in there that other people are also using on their writing practice test or during the writing section of the TOEFL exam, even worse, right? So I think a better thesis, you need to do better here. And then let's take a look at one of your paragraphs. I'm going to just do some error correction here. To begin with, teachers are essential for young students who are studying in universities. So it is important to universities to have well-prepared professors, but it is more mandatory that teachers receive a good salary. So now you have to kind of show the cause effect between paying teachers well and then having them prepared, and then how that helps create more productive teaching for the students. You say, for instance, when I went to the university, teachers were always worried about the content of their classes and the ways you want to put they could. Why am I saying could? I'm just following what you did. You said worried. Teachers were worried and the ways they could improve them. Even so, teachers are well qualified. I'm going to put here, even though teachers were well qualified. See, this shows definite limitations. Instead of you saying the salary of them was low, why say that when you can use a possessive adjective in there? Their salary was low. Therefore, it was an unfair situation because the students of my university were smart and with firm values. Moreover, they are important to the government of my country and also have an imperative role in big companies. See, I just don't see the cause-effect relationship here, though. So if you're arguing that teachers should be paid better, you might say to begin with, teachers who receive a higher salary will be more prepared, thus teaching their students more effectively or something. So then you have to show how allocating that money will help prepare the teachers better, which will result in more effective teaching. And then give an example to illustrate that. So this is another problem. See, when you don't have a specific thesis here, it's hard to focus those body paragraphs because you have such a broad statement in the thesis. So you need a much better thesis here, and I think you'll do much better as you're framing the topic sentences for those body paragraphs. Okay? The more I read it, the more I'm going to score you lower. Your score is, I'm going to say 20 out of 30 points. There's quite a few language use issue problems in there. There's a lot of problems with the structure and the development of your ideas. So in order to score higher, and that's what you asked in the email, you need a better thesis statement, you need more clearly marked topic sentences, and you need more relevant supporting details to help support the argument you're trying to make. And specifically, you have to show, I think, on a more convincing level, the connection between paying teachers more and having improved teaching among students. You got to prove that better than what you did here. And you need to eliminate a lot of your sentence structure and word choice errors.